Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and see. 2 minutes past. I'll go ahead and get the recording started,
Yep.
and we'll take a look. So looks like I'm chairing today. Lilis is secretary, and maybe we'll have a bit of chit chat before we begin. So how was your weekend?
Yeah, normal setting prices and yeah, I did something with the list about the price list, right?
Okay, got it. And did you do anything fun?
What?
Did
Sorry?
you do anything fun?
Uh, it's always the same, right? Lately, because of the corona.
Are you able to get out and move much in Jogja?
Actually, it's getting more crowded.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's activating, and the people who are guarding the front, like the front gate
Uh-huh.
to the village, is they're already they're not there anymore.
I've noticed that too here in Pudigadi. The
Yeah.
people who guard the front gates, they're taking it off. There's no exit. It just sort of melts away,
Yes, correct.
like in an interesting way. Lilis, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
No,
Sorry.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So, looks like today, Lilis, you'll be secretary. I'll be chairing, and let's move through some of these cards and get on with it. So, okay. Oh yeah, later on, I'd like to collect some leadership feedback from you guys. Yeah, about what the leadership in this chapter for now and also the future you would like to envision it. So we can talk that about that later in the discussion. But let's begin with the scrum. Okay, I'm looking at Vidi stack first. So I'm opening RMD 6.0. This is a new price change on Toki region 1. Let's go over Vidi
Yep.
for
So for RMD60,
wow.
it's been a week, and basically the discounts and also the price have been set according to the uh, spreadsheet document.
Okay.
There will be, I expect there will be some changes after the owners respond back, but so far it's already set for the discount so that we only have to change the price.
Okay, good. Interesting note. Should we record? Okay, we have a record of when we changed the price. I'm looking also at the booking pace. It seems to be growing, or at least the density of bookings is thickening up a little bit. So not sure whether that's peak season, end of this, or the pricing changes, but I'm sure this can't hurt. So
Right.
cool. Next one to thrive. U.0.
Okay, so for U.0, the result of my discussion with Lilis has been written in the activity board, but to summarize it, basically, we also have discussed this with one of the members of the product development team, and they will invite us on Wednesday. Lilis,
Yep.
they changed the schedule. It's supposed to be on Tuesday, but they invited on Wednesday instead. And this they have reserved basically this portion of the workflow for the RM team to construct. So yeah, it is for sure to be used. It's confirmed.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Next one to revenue prediction model. Okay.
No update for that one.
Nice. Okay. All right. Cool. We can skip the card. Let's go over to Lilis. Lilis, over to your card. New price change on Tokyo Region 2.
Okay. So basically, I update the price that is actually for the property that is not low friction owner, but also desirable. And I have some notes also in the activities where actually after 3 days of the price changing, we detect the booking percentage change where we get increase in the guest house percentage. Yeah, of course, lower in the villa because we increase the guest house side. So maybe for this part, as you explained before, we detect the increase in the booking pace. That's because of the guest house itself also get booking now, and then um, yeah, that's for the long term booking. We got like three for Uluwatu Village House, Mi Villa, and also Villa Megalan.
Nice.
Yeah, Mi Villa we get like 90 days,
I got
but
it.
starting from September. So yeah, maybe just make sure that we believe that our price is correct. So I mean, we don't like Villa Chapung. Villa Chapung. owner asked us to maybe cancel ya Vidi because the owner do not agree with the
That will
price.
be in the discussion. Don't worry. Right.
Yeah. Okay, so it will be next. So that's the update from the price changes for the new price.
Quickly,
Um,
quick stop here, real quick. So let's go back to the hypothesis on this card, which is the monthly previously set price is too high and the monthly price does not apply. Can we assume that the new price is better than the old prices now, based on the results that we're seeing?
mm, Maybe we actually, yeah, we get increase, but we don't have any target actually of how many changes, but we see a good change over the booking.
Okay.
We haven't get increase in the inquiries for guest house actually, sir.
Okay, got it. All right,
And
interesting point.
so we will wait until, for example, 1 week.
Okay, so our hypothesis is a little bit more narrow now. So by changing the prices, we can expect to see more longer date bookings in the future for
Yes.
villas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. All right, that's good. Congratulations. That seems like a good discovery, Lilis. Okay, let's keep on going. Publish probe listing B.9.
Uh, Thank you. So for the probe listing, uh, we already paused Villa Bodas and also NH resident. Villa Bodas, we get booking. Actually, it's
All right,
converted
excellent.
within months. And then yesterday, Gani posted for NH resident,
Mhm.
but yeah, actually, the friction here is I haven't gathered with Gani and also HAR team. For example, maybe Nadine take care of this. I cannot control like how many inquiries come in and yeah, just the response to the post. I mean, sir. So
Okay, who do you think is the best person at the moment, Lilis, to follow up on the inquiries from the probe listings?
I think Nadine, sir.
Okay, all right. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, I think I see also like the workflow how they work for. So that's
Mm.
why in my news initiative actually for from the list that I got yesterday, the other day, from that initiative I triggered to create workflow. So basically, I talked to Nadine earlier. So what I did to her is that like there is must have a what you call like a flow of inquiry and also like a Trello. Who's the champion of that? So everyone can have inquiry, but if they cannot follow up, so they have to. There is a way to hand over to somebody.
Mhm.
So if Trello, that is the best because or at
So they
Rapid
log
or
all the inquiries.
yeah. So
Okay.
supposed to be have like that because at the moment I don't see like who's taking inquiry, who's follow up. I don't see it. If
Mm.
I know the
Yeah.
inquiry, so I follow up. When nothing is that deal happen, what they need? Do you need help from me? I actively ask, like, hey, is
Yeah.
that deal happen? Is this happen? Where to go? Why they don't take it?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah. Oh, but I believe there is already a board for that.
Or is that the direct inquiry?
Yes. 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 The
Hello?
direct inquiry. Yeah. Is it?
Uh,
do they include the Airbnb inquiry and
Okay. Look, this needs to be delegated to HAR because this is guest facing, and that's part of their follow up,
Okay.
right?
mm,
So let's make sure that somebody on HAR or the let's please report this to Tendi, right? He's the most senior person right now in
mm.
HAR, and ask him to come up with a workflow process
Okay,
for
I
these
can
inquiries.
I
Okay.
can coordinate with them and
Okay.
Nadine. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So then you're going to meet with him, and you're going to come back with an intended result. Yeah.
Yes,
When do you want to
intended
meet?
result is like I have a workflow and everyone know if there is a worth it inquiry that need to follow up have to be followed up until the end. So that is
Okay.
the
And you need
intended
to be clear
result.
what the end means, right? It's
The end
either
will
a yes.
deal yes or no and why
Okay.
is no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
that it's like there is no hanging deal that it's supposed to be followed up
All
and
right. Sounds
nobody
good. And
followed
when do
up.
you want to schedule that meeting?
Might
10 o'clock tomorrow
be
is a good
10.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
10
can be a
o'clock
guest speaker.
tomorrow.
Be a
Yes,
guest speaker at the HAR sync up. Okay.
yes.
All
So
right.
I
Cool.
have all the material that
Okay.
I'm talking about.
And
Yeah.
as soon as you have a result, please just go back to this card and write what the result
Yes,
is,
I
so
will put
that.
in my initiative.
Okay. Cool.
The new age initiative one.
Okay.
Yes.
So basically, all right, over to Vidi. This doesn't need a Google Calendar, does it? Or
Yeah,
what?
this one doesn't need to go to Google Calendar. It can
Wayana
go
will
to
be.
this one. Yep.
Yeah, I will. I need
Just
Google
invite
Calendar
yourself.
to
Invite yourself to the
Nadine and
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, have them invite you into that
Yes.
sync up so that it's clear. Okay, and I need a marker from the secretary to that will take place. Lilis, I'll just leave that to you.
I'll
Yeah.
contact
Okay.
them,
All right.
yeah.
Cool. All right. Thank you. So let's continue to the next card. So probe listings are. Let's talk about probe listings in general. Are they working, Lilis?
Because we only post two.
Okay.
Actually, the first one is working, but I haven't observed for the next one because Gani is
That's really good. 50% success rate is incredible. That's generally the expectation is a 3% success rate. So you post 100, you get 3 back. That's already pretty good. If you get a 50% success rate, that's enormous. I would
yeah.
speed that up.
Actually, I have questions, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
My discussion with Vidi yesterday. So regarding, for example, like Villa Shanti, we haven't posted normally. I mean, in the normal price that owner asks.
Mhm.
Do we need to do experiments like first, for example, like for 5 days we post the owner's price, and then 5 days.
No,
Direct
please.
to the probe.
Time, I think, is of the essence at the moment because it seems like a lot of deals are flying now, right? I see a lot of deal activity. She went over to look for 2 different villas, and they both got sold in the time that we were waiting.
Yeah,
So,
Casa Sena in Jasanena, right?
Yes.
so I think right now the best thing is to just get as many fish as we can. If we don't get them, somebody else will get them, and then we lose our availability. So start pruning down the probes, I think, for as many of the easier to sell properties that we know are in Bingen first, and villas, which we know sell as well. And yeah, get offers in. As soon as offers get in, I think a lot of owners will be happy to see some cash flow finally for their properties. And uh, also remember, it's not just us that are offering at this point. I think other people with signs on the street are also offering now. So yes, speed is important again. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but this is good. I think this is a good sign. And once again, another breakthrough the list to figure out what to do to unlock the marketplace. Cool. Let's go to the next one. Survive on properties available for a monthly rental. Take it away.
Yeah. So this is also our last week initiative to put the list of our property. Maybe you can open the in the evidence the Bitly.
Yes.
So we have made like BNB profit does.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe the
Nice.
question is, yeah, that's the price, and also
Nice.
we don't give the property name as we agreed last time.
Right.
And then my next question with Vidi also is where to publish this? Actually, our proposal is to put in the Instagram headline and also post it in the Facebook page.
Okay. 2 things about this list. One, it says guest
Okay.
houses, but are these only guest houses or also villas?
Villas and
There are
guest
2 sheets,
there are
right?
2 sheets.
Oh, there's 2 sheets. Oh, right. Okay. The one that said, okay, but they both say guest houses though.
Oh,
Yeah.
This
Okay.
one villa.
I know, but the title says guest houses. So okay.
okay. I
Um,
will revise it now.
okay. Just very small marketing tips for Lilis on the sheet of villas. It says guest houses. Make sure it says villas. And I think also if you could, if it's a villa, just also indicate that there's a pool. I know you say that there's pool cleaning as well. I would do this. In fact, I would not count on people being smart. I would count on people being dumb, like me, right? I didn't see that there was 2 sheets. I would post one
Yeah.
sheet for villas in channels where there is more villa activity happening, and then I would post the guest house sheet as a separate sheet in a channel where there's more guest house activity selling. You do not sell champagne in the same place that you sell beer, right, so to speak. So keep them in different sides because there's likely a difference in indicator. For the villa side, just indicate
Yes,
that.
sir.
Oh, go ahead, Lilis.
No. Just go ahead, sir.
Okay. For the villa side, indicate that they have pools. Indicate because people will see the title and they'll think, "Why am I paying 19 million for a guest house?"
The highlight, I think, on the
Right.
back of the link. Yeah.
Right. They'll think that, and they won't even search on the listings. Typically, they'll just go, "Ah, this is spam." So you don't want that. You want them to think, "Wow, this is a treasure chest." Okay. So definitely on the villa side, say it's villas, all have pools, blah 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 blah, and I think then you'll see a good amount of utility being used on this. For distribution, Wayana, wherever B&B Profits distributes, that could be the beginning, right?
Canggu community.
Okay.
Pecatu apartment.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly I follow.
Okay.
that.
So, Lilis, do you have any other groups that you know have high amount of engagement?
Uluwatu community, I think.
Okay. All right. So it's a little ironic. The HAR should know this, right?
Yeah. Nadine knows this also.
Okay. Let's go with this. Lilis, Wayana, Nadine, can you guys get together and just create a list of distribution places to distribute this? And when can you guys meet to talk about this?
Maybe after this.
Okay.
I
So
don't know. Let me check Nadine.
okay. All right. So let's say after the Scrum slot one. Let's do it correctly, right? So let's say, how about 6 o'clock? Try for 6. Come
Yeah.
up with the groups. Initially, just distribute through the groups that we have already. Don't wait for Nadine to get the final list. Distribute as we go. The only change I would recommend, Lilis, is just to make the villa and the guest house sheet separate, so that we don't undersell ourselves. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then just start dropping that everywhere, and wait for the knock on the door. Yeah. Okay. Great. That looks really smart and really good. Okay. Next one, Lilis, on proposal revision according to the current business model on Thrive.
That one actually I have finished from my side, as the last decision from you and also Mawayan is what is that? Keep the package of 3 commission, 3
Okay.
kind of commission.
Okay, that's fine.
Last thing I need is review from Wayan, so I can revise it later.
Okay, understood. I understand that these are actually tasks and not initiatives, right? At the moment, so they're
Yeah.
Okay, in PPS analysis, I saw that there's no update, so we'll skip that. All right, perfect. Let's go over to my card. My card is RMZ.1. This is networking with Airbnb and Uber alumni. So we had a discussion with Ritesh. Out of that discussion, actually, I reached out to Smile about forecasting algorithms. So hopefully Slawik gets back to us within the next few weeks. And during that time, to shorten the wait time, I've actually discovered some articles on Uber about forecasting. So I leave those as just a reference source for Vidi, for Lilis, for you guys to read if you're curious about how Uber does it. It's pretty interesting material. There's also a YouTube video that I watched about how just kind of broadly how Uber does forecasting for different things. So that was good. I think it opened up some new consciousness. Okay, that's pretty much it for my stack. I'll go over to Wayana on B.10 existing Bingen properties. Over to you.
So I don't have much inquiry. I just have like one more property open. Which is Teges Asri contact me yesterday that they're open, but
Contact me.
Teges Asri.
Okay.
And they okay that I suggest price like 4-5 million per month.
Okay.
So
all
that's
right.
another.
Let's go over to Vidi. Vidi, has Teges Asri already been priced?
Yeah, but of course it can be modified again
Okay.
anytime a new information came.
Okay. Is the previous price lower or higher than 4 to 5 million?
I haven't checked. Actually, I just get.
Okay.
I suggest the price because that's
Okay.
what people really.
Okay, got it.
They post the.
I'll check after this.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, let's go ahead and let's just make sure that Vidi will reprice Teges Asri at the new prices, 4 to 5 million. Okay, thank you very much. Any other updates on Bingen? No. Let's go. Okay, and then this is a template card. That finishes.
Oh, this actually
That's the
I
template
put an initiative on, but I just not titled it yet. So this
Okay.
is the initiative.
All right.
about
So the template card is actually a real card, and okay. So I'm looking at secondary initiative template. And what is the
This one actually, I want to actually to look for a champion to look after the Trello that have inquiry on. So I just want, when I meet with Lilis, I will ask that.
Okay.
Trello
All right.
card
Good. All right.
to make
Please
sure.
properly title your cards.
Yes.
And also give it a number so that we know it's a live card.
Yes.
Okay, I understand that part. I think this will already be covered in the meeting that Wayana plans to have with Lilis and Nadine.
Yeah.
All right, that finishes this meeting. So we're done. Let's go ahead and change the management to Lilis will be the next chair, and then Vidi will be the next secretary. Okay, and let's move over to discussion now.
So sorry, sir.
Oh, sorry, did I miss something? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, we agreed to open the Tableau.
Oh, yes, we did. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, very good. So let's go ahead and take a look at Tableau. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. So this is the current conditions of the marketplace in the last 30 days. I'll move it back to the last, let's say, maybe 120 days to see how we've done. Okay. So if we go back to 120 days, I don't think this is so valuable. Let's trim it down to maybe 90 days. Okay, 90 days, see what we see. Okay, still, I don't need the peaks. I just need to see what we're doing in the dirt. So let's go to maybe 80 days. Okay. What I see is we're doing better now in June than April, right? But we're not getting as much peaks anymore. We're not getting as big of peaks as we used to get, which is
More last minute booking on June.
yeah. There's more in month bookings, but you can't say that about April because
Yeah, so I've counted that one, sir. So the first 8 or 9 days in June, it's actually better than May, but it's still not as good as April.
very good. All right, yeah, that is true. That's true. Okay, good. Okay, so it seems like booking pace is rising. That part is good. The initial starting revenue is interesting. Okay, all right, so that's that. 32,000 for August still. Okay, that's the lowest August that we've ever had. Let's see. Let's take a look. Squad growth. We don't really have squads anymore. There's not. Okay. Well, looks like at least we're starting out the month higher than. Well, this is good. This is a good sign. We've reached the bottom already. So it looks like we're pulling out of the bottom, which is positive, which is good. That's better than we expected. We thought 18 months in the bottom, but looks like a little bit better. Growth overall, we're starting at 15,000 for June. We finished at 9 in May. Okay, conversion, potential in conversion. Let's see on that. 1% occupancy rate in April. No more occupancy data in May. Maybe we can ask Bayu why that's happening. That doesn't look very, I don't know. I don't know why that's not showing. Inactive properties is getting, oh wow, bigger than the graph can show. Before, the graph couldn't show that many. So now it's getting super compact due to the number of graphs. Forecast is generally, oh wow, finally it corrected itself.
But the thing is, this time, I think it's also still wrong.
Yeah,
because there's a negative revenue.
Yeah, it's predicting June to 20. We're going to be negative in June.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose $1 million in June, or lose. Yeah, we're gonna lose $1 million. What? Yeah, that's scary. Huh? Okay. Yeah, I believe it's. I don't know what they're using actually to determine the forecast, but yeah, it doesn't look very right, unfortunately. Okay, so not too much work in new listings, market building, nothing happening. Did we lose 30 properties? I thought we had 182 at some point.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Okay, all right. All right, let's look at content. Check their instant book rate. It's impossible to even see at this point because it's so compacted. The figures are so low that all the numbers are getting scrunched together. I can't even read that. Can anybody? Okay. Oh, okay. There you go. We're below SLA on instant book, which is somewhat surprising. Somewhat surprising, right? Huh. I'm not sure where
Because
that.
the gas inquiry like directed to.
But that doesn't change the instant book rates, right? Oh wait, it does because stuff that should have been instant book now is coming. Okay, all right, makes sense. Yeah, and that could make sense. 94% instant book rate. Okay, so that looks okay. For content reservations, let's see what our conversion rates are. This is disturbing. This I think is very disturbing. So, do we know why we convert 0% of Region One inquiries?
Because like most of the deals one are direct bookings, right?
Oh, they go offline, yeah.
Yeah, they go offline, and maybe it's not detected. And also, a lot of times, when we have deals, we actually divert them to other properties
I see.
that fits the what the guest wants.
Okay, but then they would still book on that one, right?
Yeah, but yeah, so it's either still direct booking or it's not recorded as inquiry, so they just book.
Okay, got it. Is there a portion of this that could be just inquiries that are not being well answered?
Not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have the
So
tools.
I think we need to have that. I believe inquiry optimization is part of HARs.
Yes, HAR.
Okay. All right. And I think I'm the champion on that one, scarily enough. Okay. Let's take a look at hosts. We don't have any data. Okay. All right. We don't have any reviews, really? Huh. Weird. Okay. No, we have some reviews in region 2. They were all positive. Well, that's good. That's good. That's what it should be. All right. And then community. Let's see. No complaints in community because not too many guests. Okay. All right. That's it. Is that good enough as a walkthrough?
I will propose to use the RM tool, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it will bring more insight for RM because we go through all other chapters instead of RM only, right?
Right. My God. RM tools. Where is RM tools?
So you can go to explore.
Okay. Explore. Explore. Oh, explore.
Yes, correct.
Sorry.
And
Yes.
look at my sandbox, Vidi sandbox.
Ah, yes, 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 yes.
There is the RM tools. So yeah, that one.
Oh,
I will
yes.
rename that to RM.
Okay, great. Let's take a look at all of these then. Okay. Right. Okay, so this is the reserve 3-month future revenue. We're in June, right? This looks good, yeah. Wow, it's rising.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So it means that the next 3 months is people look at the next 3 months more positively than April, something like that.
Okay, that's good. Should we start the frame sometime in February though, so that we can see kind of like, yeah. Okay, all right, relative. Okay, that's good. That's good. It seems like we're out of the dark days now. We're into the much brighter days. Okay, all right, cool. Let's take a look at the USD. Okay, the USD has dropped quite a bit, and let's also move this back to about February. Okay. Interesting. Okay, it looks like we weren't doing that much business in US dollars anyway, but June. Vinny, is there any reason why there's gaps?
Yes. So it's only recording at times where there are bookings or check-ins. Yeah.
I see. Okay. All right. Got it. I see. Okay. Got it. I got it. If there's no
Yeah,
check-in-
because of Tableau limitation.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So we're doing about 8,000 right now, down from 210,000. Okay. All right. Looks like it's going to go up for a little bit and then drop down again. I guess we are going to have a little bit of a peak season. Peak compared to May.
But don't worry, because if it's dropping at a far later date, it's possible also because we remember that people plan during a certain period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Cool. And let's track the inquiries. Let's see how the inquiries are doing. Okay. Inquiry pace.
This chapter have the highest inquiry, but
Never any conversions. Wow.
that's why.
Yeah, Villa Chapung has a lot of inquiries actually.
The owner's just not flexible enough, right? Okay.
But it also has problem with the villa itself, sir.
Oh, tell me more.
Yeah, so a lot of people actually went for on-site visit, but they said it's quite old.
The
Really?
design.
Interior wise is all.
Really?
Because now like everyone like
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yeah,
Got it. Good.
I went to visit there actually.
What does it look like? Better than Bodas? Worse than Bodas?
Borders looks more fresh.
Oh my God! Wow,
That's
that's a fall. Okay. All right. So yeah, it's like
And also the view in the front is blocked by like trees in the front, the neighbors' trees. And I asked, like, hey,
I know what this is. Johan and Keith have not been down there in the same amount of time that I haven't been down there.
yeah,
So this is
it's
an abstract. Yeah.
different than before, like
Okay.
the quality, the view,
Everything is not
and
as
then
good.
the deck is like because
Tired.
yeah, it's like falling apart.
Okay.
And
That's what happens when you pay a management company, guys. They take the money and they never put it into the villa.
falling apart and
Okay, enough
Yeah.
about Chapon. But okay, let's take a look at the. Okay, so it looks like the inquiry pace is climbing. Then, yeah, that's a positive sign.
Yep, you can actually drag the
Okay.
you can drag the slider too.
Okay.
So it's more current.
Excellent, really good. What do you think is driving the inquiry pace, Lilis?
Maybe the price. I don't know, sir.
All right, let's go to Vidi. What do you think is driving the inquiry pace?
Yeah, it's possible. The price, you can see the popular properties based on inquiry,
Okay.
whether it's the low-end price ones or high-end price ones.
Okay.
But I also think that it's also a factor of new normal normal factor because it's getting crowded.
Tell me what you mean by getting crowded.
Yeah, Jakarta is starting to
Oh,
transition
okay, yeah, more
to
people
new
coming.
normal and so on and so
got it.
forth.
Okay, yeah, I think people are moving around again. Okay, the people with jobs are moving around again. Okay, so cool. And then let's track the bookings. This is booking pace, right?
Yeah, but no, based on the days, number of days.
I
So
see.
you slide it again.
Okay, all right.
You
Well,
can see like just like to a certain date, then you can see how many days spent on that villa, something like that, or property.
oh wow. Okay, so Nusa Dua. Okay, Seminyak, Jimbaran, Canggu.
Yeah, we can expect that Nusa Dua has the most days because of the long-term stays, right?
Oh, right. Okay. So you're tracking by room nights.
Number of days, yes, correct. Room nights, correct.
Nice. That's cool. Okay, let's see if there's any insights. Okay, so yeah, these are the ones Amazon is sold. Yeah, I didn't know that. Amazon's selling well?
Amazon, I'm not sure. Actually, it's blocked, but not open.
Then how would it
More, if you remember, I think you asked about Amazon before.
Yeah, I asked,
Have
but
you changed so there's a wrong entry in bigger, right? Have you changed it to lot 3?
look at that look?
I didn't do anything with data though. I asked. I don't change anything basically. I
Oh,
asked the
okay.
owner and
Okay, so
I just read. I didn't-
basically there could be some mislabeling here.
Yeah, but because I think when I checked in the so it's I think for lot 3 we do manual entry in bigger, right?
Mhm.
I think there's a wrong entry in the listing name or something like that. So it's recorded as Amazon, but actually I think if I remember correctly, it's lot 3. I think Mo asked me about this already because Mo also was also surprised Amazon got a booking.
And
Actually,
Arindra too, then, for that matter, right?
Arindra for May.
Well, I don't know from.
yeah, Arindra I think got some bookings, yeah,
Oh, yeah?
for one room, but for long term.
Okay, are these room nights that have been consumed, or these are just booked but not consumed yet?
Booked during the particular period.
Got it. Okay,
Yes.
got it. Okay, all right, interesting. And Atra. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, Despacito got a lot of bookings, right? Like there are short terms, but there are a lot.
Got it. Okay, that's really interesting. What did the stuff that's down here is? It's weird. It's all the cheap stuff that's not getting booked, and Villa Tortoise, of course. Okay, which hopefully we can turn around. All right, interesting. Okay, all right, good stuff. That's our walkthrough on Tableau now, and today is the first time
I
we've done it.
think Villa Tortoise and
We can get a
Villa
salt there
Didi. Yeah, need
to
we
promote.
can like content request to promote. Hey, the beach is open now for surfing,
Okay,
and this is the best place to surf.
I
Like,
agree.
like
agree.
it's like surfing.
Okay.
People surfing. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right, that's great. Okay, let's go to the DM discussion then. After this, DM this. Oh wait, not DM this. What am I doing? What am I doing? This is RM. Okay. My mind is in the wrong place. Okay. Mine's in the gutter, and the gutter is dirty. Okay, let's see. We should bring back Skillshares again. We could use some more. Okay, whatever. Let's over here. Discussion management. Okay. Let's see. What is there to talk about? We talked about quite a few things already. So let's see. All right. Yeah, this was B&B Profits last time. We're getting new people. What kind of projects should they work on?
One more thing I want to say before I forget.
Okay. All right. What would you like to discuss?
About Pila Chapung. So I think we just put price like for monthly if there's somebody buy it and okay. Otherwise, like it's already like the third time that
Rejected,
daily booking, but it cannot accommodate. Like it's
I
just
agree.
a pain for the
HAR.
HAR. So
Alright.
just put minimum 1 month.
Oh, it's done. Done.
Is that
Minimum stay length become 13 days. It's done.
If you do that, you might as well just delist the thing. It'll never get inquired again, ever.
why delist it? Because we can offer it like for monthly.
There's no now. What will happen is that it will never get touched on by inquiries again, and it will just sink all the way to the bottom.
Okay, let's see. Like maybe we can do this.
Nobody searches for length of stay 30 days. Very few people will search for that. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will.
Because the market these days is like monthly.
But you know how they do it. They tune it to like a few days, and then they do a direct approach, right? So why would they do it differently now? Move on.
Right. Just give a shot, Vidi.
Okay. Just a little bit of historical data. Every time we've done that, it killed the listing because it goes back to queries, right? Most queries are going to be for a few days. If you never show up on queries, your visibility goes down to 0. Your visibility goes down to 0. No. Okay. I'm just going to tell Johan we're going to stop working with them because this is just kind of nonsense at this point. Yeah? Okay. I'm just going to tell them because it's not worth it right now. It's just kind of silly. They don't know. We don't know. So they have to change their behavior if this is going to work. Okay. Thank you. So Villa Chapung noted. Any discussion topics by Vidi?
It's actually Lilis. There's a discussion topic by Lilis.
Oh, how do you price Villa Chapung?
It's about Villa Chapung.
Yes, it's about Chapung.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think Vidi has the answer. Can you?
Yeah. So yeah, that's the issue that happened last weekend.
Mhm.
So there's a 14-day booking or 14 or 15 days booking for that sum, and actually the price is pretty good when we compare to the market price. But I believe we already asked Katendi to divert the guest to another property, but I don't. We still ask. We're still asking him how it goes in the deal inquiry channel.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Last update, I know the guests asked for refund, I think.
They asked for a refund. I refunded them. Yeah. Okay. So this Chapung worked according exactly to plan, everyone. So remember, the initial plan was to put up Chapung on a instant book, searchable by any length of stay, but with 3 warnings on it: the warning on the hero photo, the warning in the title, and the warning in the description that it's only available for a monthly booking. So if some person comes in and books instant book again, it's clearly like I don't know why they would do that, right? Like, what are you doing? Unless the only problem on our side was if we had not told them that after they inquired and then they booked after an inquiry had been placed, that would be our bad. But if they instant book, that's completely like I don't know what's going on with this guest. So in that it worked out according to what we thought it would work out, right? So we just tell the guest, hey, look, this is only available for a monthly booking. We did that specifically to help Chapung move along, but here's the problem too. Most owners at this point would have got it in through their heads that, hey, I should probably take something. But there's just a huge mismatch between expectations and reality at Chapung, which I think that information about the wear and tear on it is the most revealing part. The owners do not know that their villa is not the same as when they first bought it. They have both never been here, I think, in the past 5 to 6 years. So this is, yeah, this is a B product that the owners think is still an A product, but is actually not. So the only thing that can change during this sort of thing is I think the owner expectation has to change. I don't know how we're going to do that. Tendi has, I think, a 360 video that he made. Maybe you can share that with Johan. But this is working exactly the way it should. There's no surprise here. We knew that this could happen, and if it did happen, we would just cancel the booking, right, or divert it, as Vidi put it, to another property, which I guess did not happen yet. Okay, so yeah, I'm kind of. Here's what I think I want to do. I'm going to tell Johan that we should stop representing this property, because think of all the energy and time and that you guys have spent on this property, and it's produced this much revenue so far, right? I was wrong. I brought this to the table. I thought this would be great, but no, it's not great. Look at how much easier it is to get, let's say, other properties right now than this one. Bodas is easy, Me Villas is easy, everything's easy, right? Why do we get fixated on this? The best thing to do, Vidi, I think, in prioritization, is just to remove it, so that way it doesn't show up anymore. And effectively we've done that anyway. So I think let's just remove it from our conscience to say, okay, sorry, Johan, we just can't seem to help, and we give up. You can come back to us when you change your mind, right? And that's probably the best way to do it. Okay, this is not gambling. This is business. Gambling, you keep on paying more when you lose more, right? So
yeah, the picture looks really good. The villa picture looks really good, and there are a lot of inquiries, and there are few on-site visits, but yeah.
Just like my picture 10 years ago looked really good, but now I've pulled it up, right? So I can't get a date with my current picture. So but that's exactly the same thing that's happened here.
Right.
The picture. Okay. All right. Anyways, I saw some people would be good. Somebody said I need to be more empathetic, so I'm going to try to crack a joke every All right. Lilis, why do we tend to use 360 than video? Good question. Videos are, I've noticed. Oh, okay. Well, let's go to Vidi. Vidi, do you want to attempt?
Oh yeah. So okay, so 360 is actually like it's like asking why Google Maps don't use video but use 360, right? Because the sense of control, what people want to see,
excellent,
more specific, something like that. But yeah, it's I think it's the future, to be honest.
I think it's the future too.
Yeah.
You don't need photographers. You just need to fly a drone.
Yeah.
Do a LiDAR scan, and it's done. And anybody can do it. You don't need a professional to do it. So you go from being an artist to being a mechanic.
Yeah, correct.
Videos take a fixed amount of time to consume, Lilis, right? If it's a 10-minute video, you have to sit there for 10 minutes and watch the whole thing. If it's a 360 ball, you can just go in, look at what you want to look at, make a decision, and then leave. So, 360 works pretty well for. I think it is the future, especially with 5G. You have like virtual reality probably on your body, you can just like as if you're there. All right, next one. Wayana and me have some properties we would like to list on Airbnb. By all means. But I think it's the same thing as what we learned with Chapung. We need to have an expectation of what a short-term partnership looks like, yeah? Unless you want to go through the process of making them a long-term partner, which is also possible, but it would slow down your deal flow. Over to Vidi.
Yeah, actually, I have a question, sir, regarding because I've not been operating Airbnb before. Like, I don't know how it works, but like if we have a property, then it's ranked a bit low in a profile, then it will affect the rank of the profile, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
The property affect the rank of the profile?
I don't think so. I don't think so because what we've noticed is that superhost quality listings are doing just as good as other superhost. Like the profile is not superhost, right? But the listing is superhost, then it still does really well. Make sense?
Oh yeah. But I mean, not in practice, but the numbers itself, does it affect?
I don't think so. And this is why I don't think so. Remember, Airbnb's ultimate goal is two things: more 5-star trips, more bookings, right? Liquidity, and because they need like Uber, right? Like what Ritesh talked about. Liquidity is the entire point of price balance. not profit, liquidity. So in that sense, I believe that Airbnb would tune the algorithm for also maximum liquidity. So it would make no sense to punish a listing based on the profile, right? Because it's the listing of what people are doing. So I think that's decoupled, honestly. I think, oh, how also I know that. I know that from a different way too as well, Vidi. So once upon a time, we got a hostel. Like it was really crazy. We took a profile and we got a hostel to become superhost on it. So we're like, great. That means we can put everything on that profile and it will start getting a fuckload of bookings, right? Because we're superhost now. So we put like lot 6 on, we put lot 3 on, we put everything on. And guess what happened? No bookings. No bookings. So why did that happen? Because there's no proof that you as a hostel profile could actually superhost on a different type of listing. So then I thought about the inverse too as well. So yeah, I think it's based on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
there's no harm in putting like temporary or non-partner
I don't think so.
listings to our main profile.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've been doing that successfully for many years now because remember, we let the market decide what does well on everything we launch. The majority of our launches fail. I mean, that's just a fact. Like I think more than 50% of our launches end up getting nothing. And that's normal too. That's how we came up with this whole idea of launch weather, launch strategy, all this stuff to make that launch process more efficient. But overall, yeah, like I'd say more than 50% of our listings, like especially for like guest houses, probably don't get very many bookings at all. So it doesn't affect the profile. It's each listing will stand on its own merit rather than the profile's merit. Okay. So, but thank you for asking. I think that's really good. That's where I can share my experience.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, so then back to Lilis again. Yes, once again, I think the strategy should be to put as many properties on Airbnb as possible because we have, let's say, we tend to have a pretty optimized system for Airbnb. And if we can get inquiry on Airbnb, we can certainly sell. We can do arbitrage, ladies and gentlemen. Arbitrage. We can essentially go to one marketplace, find somebody who's willing to buy something, go to a different marketplace, and sell it there, right? So Facebook is our lower market, and Airbnb is our higher market, and there's going to be a difference in price that people will be willing to offer based on that. So that is where there's an opportunity to do market arbitrage. Not everyone can do it because not everyone has great whatever on Airbnb. So we can. So let's make the most of that, I think, yeah, for the moment. So it will cause some pain, just like Chapung caused some pain, but that's more of a manageable pain than sort of the missing out pain that we will feel if all our properties get booked up by other people. So okay, yes, we know that this will cost. This will cause some HAR confusion and some pain, and this whole thing. But overall, I think we will be able to fill our villas quicker. And if we can do that, then we start winning the market space quicker too in the current circumstance. Okay. So yeah, it's one of those decisions. Okay, cool. Does that answer your question, Lilis?
If I may, is that means that, for example, I want to make an initiative like because actually for Chapung, myself. Especially, I don't know. I don't know what Chapung did before there is cases coming. That's from you and Wayana, right? That so, just like I don't know what is the basic purpose at the first time. For example, you don't put it into a card initiative, so it's like we are not observing it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I made a deal with Diba about this one because it was an exception, and then it floated across everywhere. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the best way to do this is this would have to be a cross-chapter initiative. I think we have to go to Diba. Diba's already working on these things, right? But more of an update on Diba in a second. But Diba's already working on creating listings for the properties Wayana's working on. But we also need to tell HAR to expect this, right? To expect that some of these properties are going to not be a fit. I've told them today. I know I told community today to expect this. So we talked about this in the community discussion that Chapung was intentional, not a mistake. It was meant to do this, and it was so that we could get inquiries and so that we could get data. And there is a price to that sometimes, and the price is you get these weird people who show up that shouldn't book, but they book, and then then we have this kind of issue, right? So yeah, I think in this turnaround, actually, I told everybody. I told everyone. I don't know, but between the time you do it and the time the mistake happens is generally a month. So people kind of forget, I guess, unless this is constantly reminded as expect this to happen. So I think to avoid, let's say, having any more agony in the future, we just need that HR understands that this is going to happen, and try to avoid it if possible. Try to divert it when there's an opportunity. But cancellation, we agreed. I remember we all agreed. We agreed that we would cancel it if worst comes to worst, and so that was okay. It's just that so much time has happened since the time we agreed and today. So to do it again, just I guess work with content to actually get the listing done, and then just go over to HR as a guest speaker and tell them for a month from today, you will probably get a booking that will be this way, like what we had at Chapum, but we've decided that this is actually in the best interest of the company in terms of a revenue perspective. Worst comes to worst, you just need to cancel it, which will be okay because we can get that, I think, cancellation penalty free. Just say that we're not sure you might have COVID because your country has COVID, which is pretty much accurate for any country in the world. And yeah, we can defer to a free cancellation that way. Okay?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'll put that principle in there.
Maybe the reason why I'm asking this because I found actually pretty beautiful villa yesterday, and the owner is pretty low friction, I think. So I mean, they have like a determined price. So just like just like Chapung, we attract inquiries. But if the price is matched, so I mean, we didn't have much effort like contacting the Chapung owners or something else.
We work with. Look, it's okay. It pains me a little bit. This is in business sometimes called bait and switch. You promise one thing and then you give them another. But this is not done, I think, intentionally, right? If there is a case where, let's say, an owner is uncooperative, but their neighbor is cooperative, then you can move a lot of business over from one side to another. Aliagung should be a very good alternative to Villa Chapel, right?
Yeah.
So it's exactly the same. It's actually better. Aliagung is better.
Yeah, actually, I want to visit all this hill like 4 villas. Yeah, so Aliagung is better. Actually.
Okay. But let's just be aware, there's going to be some delay time. I totally understand, right? You're talking about this in May, and then the overbooking or whatever, the instant book cancellation happens in June. It's like, so many things have happened since then. 25 meetings have happened since that particular meeting. So, okay. But, all right, that's the framework that we can work on. Let's go to the next topic, which is, I think, market awareness. What does your instinct tell you, Lilis, about where the new normal is going to be? Where is the new normal marketplace? Okay. Lilis, any thoughts?
New normal marketplace?
Yeah, like who's going to buy what, where, for how long?
I haven't do research on that situation.
All right. Well, maybe we should do some research. Good. All right. Vidi, what do you think? Who's going to be buying what, where, and for how long?
Right. So just a guess. So because I've seen some of the policy of new normal in terms of tourism.
Yep.
But I think we're on the right track since the beginning of COVID. But it's just that the demand will be higher because by policy it's already allowed to book, but they will book more on like villas and also those who enforce cleanliness standards. But it's just gonna be like more common for people to go for trips and tourism, and also domestic, sir. Yeah, I've heard this about. I've heard this a lot of times actually, but I'm not sure if Bali is an exception or not because for so long Bali's market is not the domestic, right?
It's growing. Indonesian
Growing, right? Yeah, but
segment is the fastest growing, I think, next to Chinese.
yeah. So domestics, I think I've heard from Vietnam. I think
That's domestic.
Vietnam
Oh.
is free from COVID right now, right? I
Yeah.
heard. So they're focusing on their domestic tourism.
Absolutely.
So yeah, stuff like that, domestic guests maybe.
Okay. All right. Good. Here's what I see so far. So I took a cruise around and just kind of like looked at who was in the neighborhood the other day. And I want to show you this video. Yeah. You guys are gonna love it. This is really fun. So I'm gonna close my camera and my mic here. So wait, let me switch to another computer real quick.
Liz, please help me tomorrow,
Huh?
for the interview.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because this time also the new interviewee isn't the technical IT ones.
He's in the technical IT one. So where is he come from? He or she?
I think India.
India?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Wait, let me get focus here, right? I'm actually kind of new to doing this myself, so I'm not really sure. But okay, so we met Ola, and Ola happened to know about our company. That was pretty cool. How did you find out about Bukit Vista, by the way?
Well, I've been living in the area for around 4 years, and I've just been hearing about this company which rents villas, and I heard that it's like one of the best villas in Bukit. So, yeah, and I'm myself wanting to ask guys to be in management.
Okay, fantastic. Well, okay, that's. Okay, anyway, so that was pretty fun. So we went out for dinner yesterday, and this is kind of like one of the types of people that's staying in the area. So Ola works on the internet. So she's been here for 4 years. Her whole business thing is on the internet. I'm beginning to feel like okay, look at our long stay guests, right? In lot 5, this guy at lot 5 does Facebook ads, right? I'm not sure what the Chinese family does in lot 6, but it seems like there's going to be. What I'm guessing is that people, let's say, even at big companies like Google, let's say you work at Google, Facebook, whatever, kind of a tech company, you can probably start working from anywhere, right? And you probably no family or no children, right? Because if you have children, this is pretty tough to do. And you can live in Bali and earn Western wages. I'm thinking this is probably our future guest, like in terms of where the villas are. And it's already happening, right? We're seeing a lot of steady bookings for month and month at a time. They don't have any children. They have some work on the internet, and they prefer being here than back in their home country when in fact they could go back home anytime. So why, right? This could be interesting because this could actually fill up the entire villa market really quickly. Remember, you don't need very many of these kinds of people to actually saturate the entire market because they rent out for like a year or 3 months or 6 months at a time. So it's an opportunity, but it's also a threat at the same time. It means that any property, like like before, one property could probably serve maybe a few hundred guests a year. But now one property can only serve one guest a year, right? One booking a year. So I'm seeing this as an opportunity, but also a threat, right? If we don't jump on this quick enough, then somebody else will figure this out and rent out all our properties, like what happened at Asmara and Casanena and some of these other places. So I think this is the fastest growing segment right now. Any this is just a hypothesis. I don't know, but it's just based on a few people I've talked to and what I've seen so far. Let's go over to Lilis. What's your thoughts?
Mm, yeah, I think. Yeah, I think it can be actually, sir, but actually I don't know. I mean, this is my question. How long foreigners can live in
Yes, that's the
Britain?
problem. Yeah, they would have to fly in and out right now, but I understand that the immigration has turned off all sort of visa things for the time being, right? For overstay. Before there was an overstay problem, but now there's no overstay problem. So you can just hang out here for as long as you want until
Mm,
the airport gets fixed up, or there's no cutoff date now. So okay, the reason why I bring this up is because this we have definite proof that this is here and this could grow really quickly, right? All it takes is just a plane ticket and somebody comes and they move their whole life over here. And for somebody who's going to work from home anyways, it's like, what difference is it, right? I could work from home in San Francisco and pay $4,000 a month for a shitty room, or I could come to Bali and I could live like a king, right? For much less than that.
mm,
So I'm beginning to see that this is kind of taking off everywhere, but it also creates some urgency to get this stuff sold, so that at least we have our first tranche for this year done. It could be the outcome. I think this is probably going to be faster than the daily rentals again. Right? Okay, that's what I see. We're out of time right now, and actually we're a little bit over time, so I'll need to cut the conversation short, cut the discussion. But I did want to open up this for thought, yeah, because yeah, if we've stumbled upon something, this could be really should take action on it, right? Okay, so that's pretty much it. We finished the discussion, selected the leaders for the last time, looked at Tableau. Feedback. Any feedback for me? Let's go to Lilis.
mm. Uh, actually, that's all good, sir. But regarding the secretary, actually, we have the meeting notes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have to review the meeting notes.
When I be the secretary, it kind of like where to type. Just like for example, when I have to type in Trello and also in the meeting notes. Do I supposed to do the two of them, or that's the question actually, because sometimes I feel like it's very fast. It's like
All right, that's a good point. Vidi, do you have any ideas around
Yeah,
that?
I think it's a common comment by everyone across the country regarding the secretary role, right?
Hmm?
yeah.
And that's the thing. When I try to become a secretary, I feel like I write only the important parts. I think it's maybe I don't document as much as Lilis, like obviously, but
Uh-huh.
for example, like meetings. Actually, I have a question. You also do this in DM, but I think when I'm the chair or Liz is the chair, we don't do this kind of stuff. For example, we're gonna have a meeting, right?
Mhm.
Then you kind of discuss when the meeting should be during the scrum. That would make the secretary write all this schedule template kind of stuff.
Mhm.
You also did that, do that in marketing chapter, right?
Yeah.
But if Lilis and I becomes the chair, I think it's a bit different. We only write that we're going to have a meeting, and we expect that the members itself will arrange their meeting themselves.
Right. Okay, all right.
And of
Yeah,
course, the summary, because
I have it.
yeah,
Okay.
you just have to write in the task, like
Uh-huh.
or in the activity, that you're going to have a meeting about this,
And
so
then
that
result.
next time when you have a scrum, you can ask them back whether the schedule, when the schedule is during the scrum or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, I
And
think it's better. You're right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's better that we just keep it as intended result, I think. Meeting and
yeah,
intended
because
result.
also you want every individual to be accountable and have like to their own subject and stuff like that, like self leadership thing. It's kind
Okay.
of like.
No, I understand. Okay, that's cool. That should be delegatable and not have to have, let's say.
Yeah. And if the people who own the card actually writes their own activity enough, the secretary doesn't have to actually write a lot during
Mm,
the.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste.
Yeah, something like that. Because that's what I do when I become secretary. I think like uh Lilis card, copy, paste, like just or maybe summarize all the stuff.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
good feedback. So what I'd like to do then in the future when I chair is that I will just I'll make sure other people do this too as well. That they just essentially call the meeting, put the people who are supposed to be in the meeting, and the intended result, and yeah, expect
Yeah,
the next
yeah,
meeting
yeah.
should come back. Okay, and they'll just arrange their own meeting. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's more. Oh God, then sometimes I feel like with certain chapters, there's. Okay, well, we got the leadership feedback from the one-on-ones, right? And it was kind of interesting. So certain people, certain places, they feel like they need like so much supervision, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I realize that.
If you don't tell us who's going to do it, then
No one's gonna do
it's
it,
like
yeah.
this what was it? The paradox is like a Heisenberg uncertainty, right? It's like
Yeah.
both people are supposed to meet with the other ones, and they never meet because nobody approaches each other. So then those cases, like we want to be more clear. And then I read other feedback said, like Jing needs to trust people that handle their own business better. And then it's like so okay. I prefer to go into the people can kind of meet on their own. I don't need to necessarily supervise that. So okay, all right, good feedback. Good feedback. Okay. Sometimes too much feedback is also
Yeah. Like sorry. Actually, I have a question. Like,
yes.
how is the DM Scrum board doing? Like, how is it?
How is
Like,
the
is it
DM
doing well? The DM Scrum board?
To be honest, it opens up a bigger subject. Okay. Oh wait, I'll turn off the recording. I'll just tell you guys.
Yeah.